Rest, not stress. We're going to talk about some ways to discover how to walk in rest and not stress again. So first of all, I want to tell you about the story of Jesus and Lazarus, because it's a key point of how Jesus was never moved by the pressures of man or the fear of man or because of the pressures of the need. If you remember the story, Jesus was told that Lazarus was sick and he was going to die, but Jesus stayed there 2 more days. He wasn't moved because of the need or the pressure or what people thought. He came and Lazarus was dead, but that wasn't a determination of what he was going to do. He was led by what God said to do. Same thing with when he was with the disciples on a boat. You think about this. These are experienced fishermen, and a storm comes up. Jesus falls asleep in the boat. The storm comes up. Disciples are freaking out because they're going to die. Wake Jesus up, say, get up, we're going to die. Jesus gets up, rebukes the winds and the waves, says, peace be still. And he turns to them and says, where's your faith? Why are you so afraid? He was not moved by the circumstances. He knew where God was, his Father was calling him to do what he was going to do. He wasn't moved by the circumstances around him. He recognized the authority he had. He lived in this place of rest. It was an invitation that what Jesus experienced, we can experience as well. I want to tell you there's a couple other things that are important that will help you live in this place of rest. Number one, if you honor your family, God will honor you. I was running a company at one time, and majority of my sales team would go out in the evenings. And obviously, as I'm training them up and I'm making sure that they have what all the resources they need and answer the questions, I have to have my phone on. I have to be available. But it was taken away from my family. And I knew the Lord said, if you honor your family, I will honor you. And so I knew I needed to carve out that time. And so I knew at 5 o'clock, the Lord said at 5:30, you're done with work. Close the phone off. Don't answer it. You need to shut it off. So I figured the Lord gave me some strategy and got things worked out. And as I did that, even though I wasn't available, God helped me have some creativity of figuring out ways to do it. We saw our sales increase. Another testimony that was really important for me of watching how rest will change how you function. I have a CEO of a company that I was working with, and she got sick and she was on a trip, and she went on a trip and then she got sick for a number of weeks, and she wasn't able to go to her personal trainer and work out for over a month. Well, during the time she was sick, she just rested. She just knew that she had to have time to rest. When she went back to her physical trainer, she expected her to say, oh, wow, you've really lost some muscle. You got to really work out. But when she went back there, after taking a month of resting, she found out that her body was stronger than it was before, that her muscle had continued to grow stronger, that her body was in better shape than it was when she saw her last. Out of that place of rest comes great increase. The last key to rest and not stress is recognizing the Sabbath. It is so important for you to honor the Sabbath. And what I mean by that is not a particular day, but you take time to rest, to get away, to enjoy life, to have fun. Because if you don't do that, it will absolutely rob you down the road. It might not hit you right now, but down the road, it will rob you from the full life that you're supposed to live. And I want to encourage you to plan into your day, plan into your week, plan into your months, times of Sabbath, where you get away with the Lord, get away with your family, get away with the rest, just go have some fun. And as you do that, you'll find yourself in a greater capacity to walk in rest versus stress.